Right here, Carmel Hamlet. Hi. Thank you. I mean, such a great, robust report. Never heard anything like that as a resident before, so it's good to know
Well,
that
thank you.
information.
And thanks for the ride up in the elevator. He let me drive.
I did. You thank my mom for that. It's the chivalry she instilled in me. But I did want to echo Legislator Ellner's concerns, and I thank him for bringing that up about Carmel Cinema. Obviously, there's a lot of nostalgia for that place here in the Hamlet. Went on one of my first dates with my wife there. My kids saw their first movies there. But as you pointed out, businesses come and go, and that happens. I think the challenge that the residents of the Hamlet have is what happens next. Regency Centers owns 2 of the 3 major economic centers here in the Hamlet, and what we've seen as residents is a lot of prolonged vacancies. And with Regency Centers as a real estate investment trust, unfortunately, sometimes vacancies tend to be a part of their business model for a lot of different reasons. So I don't know if you have these answers or you can find these answers. I certainly don't want to lay this at your feet and add more to your already incredible workload, but something that residents would love to know about is this something we can expect with the cinema moving out? You said they're looking for a tenant. Is this going to be another 3, 4, 5-year vacancy for a hamlet and for a town that doesn't have a lot going on for our families here? And when we do lose a local business, we tend to get a more national, big kind of chain, that our neighbors in Mayapack or Patterson or these other places don't always have to deal with. So just something I wanted to kind of bring to your, I tried to call Regency Center several times and was not able to get through. I called their Greenwich office, and I also called Steve, the listing agent.
Well, he does work, he works out of Greenwich. So
Yeah.
I had called and left him a couple of voicemails, and then I sent him an email, and he finally got back to me.
Okay.
But my email was like, look, I'm not crazy over this, I just wanted to see if there's anything I can do to help, because we had explored these options a year and a half ago. Interestingly, when the Village of Brewster revitalization was being approved, I went to a lot of the public meetings, and every person I got, oh, the Cameo Theater, it was $1. I went there with my girlfriend.
$5 Tuesdays here at Carmel Cinema.
So yeah, I mean, it's a sentimental thing.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that Mr. Elmer brought this to my attention, because we do need to get the facts out there, and it can't be just people hypothesizing.
Projects.
Yeah, I mean, I do know that Gary Goldring he's rich, so if it's a hobby for him, and maybe he's getting older or wants to downsize, who knows? But let's try to, I'm gonna call Joe Allegretti and try to get to the facts. He's a real straight shooter. I think he'll be forthright.
I'd call both parties. I'd call both parties. I'd call the theater and the leasing agent.
And you were gonna get me the name of the
Yes.
assistant manager, right?
Well, I appreciate those efforts. To be clear, nostalgia doesn't keep businesses alive for sure. But for me, a lot of the concern, like I said, is what happens next. The residents here in the Hamlet, we don't need more vacancies, and we don't need more local businesses being driven out. So any information you can dig up would be really appreciated, and just the information you've already provided today is super appreciated. So thank you. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Brad.
Thank you.